Institute of Clinical Research YouTube channel, and today we will be discussing guidelines on good pharmacovigilance practice. And it has different annexures, and we will be discussing only the definitions. And that too, kindly note, we will be covering only few of the important definitions in this session. So the first definition is good pharmacovigilance practice. Good pharmacovigilance practice are a set of measures drawn up to facilitate the performance of pharmacovigilance in the European Union, and it is applies to the marketing authorization holder, the European medicinal agencies, that is EMA, and the medicines regulatory authorities in the Europe member states. They cover medicines authorized centrally by the agencies as well as medicines authorized at the national level. The second definition that you may come across, it's international birth date. It is the date of first marketing authorization. So once you get the marketing authorization for any product, being a drug or a vaccine or a device containing the active substance granted to any company in any country in the world. Another term is the development international birth date. It is different from international birth dates. That is the first date that clinical trial authorization is given by a regulatory authority for an interventional clinical trial using the investigational medicinal product anywhere in the world. So the development international birth date is used to determine the start of an annual period for the uh, development safety update report. That is a aggregate report that is given in the ICH regions. The date is the sponsor's first authorization to conduct a clinical trial in any country worldwide. The state of the annual period for the DSUR is the month and date of the development international birth date. The European Union reference date list provides the following information: frequency of the periodic safety update report, data lock point we'll discuss later in the session, submission date, and requirement for the submission of PSURs for generic as well as well-established use homeopathic and traditional herbal products. Uh, EURD list is a legally binding document, and the marketing authorization are legally responsible for complying with its requirement. Then there is Pharmacovigilance Risk Assessment Committee. So it's in the European Medicinal Agency Committee. They are responsible for assessing and monitoring the safety of the human medicine. So detection, assessment, minimization, communication of the risk of adverse events, design and evaluation of post-authorization safety studies, as well as pharmacovigilance audit. Another term that is given in this uh, good pharmacovigilance practice is company core data sheet for medicinal products, a document preparing by the marketing authorization holder contain, in addition to safety information, material related to indication, dosing, pharmacology, and other information concerning the product. Then there is another term called company score safety information. For medicinal products, all safety information contained in the company core data sheet prepared by the marketing authorization holder and which the marketing authorization holder requires to be listed in all countries. And the term data lock point for a periodic safety update report, the date designated as the cutoff date for data to be included in the periodic safety update report. That is an aggregate report that is needed to be submitted. So there are different kinds of aggregate report. So for PSUR, it is the cutoff date. For periodic risk benefit risk evaluation report, these are different kinds of aggregate reports, and they are submitted according to the country. So the periodic benefit risk evaluation report, the date designated as the cutoff date for data to be included. Same for the development safety update report, the date designated the cutoff date for data to be included in the DSUR. Medication error, an unintentional failure in the drug treatment process that leads to or has the potential to lead to harm to the patient. We have a complete video on medication error. I'll link it end of the video, so you can also check that out. Off-label use is another term that most students get confused. A situation where a medicinal product is intentionally used for a medical purpose not in accordance with the term of the marketing authorization. So they are labeled for use for something else, and we're using for something completely different. So gabapentin, it is for post-herpetic pain, epilepsy seizures, and off-label is peripheral diabetic neuropathy, menopausal hot flashes, and attention deficit disorder, bipolar disorder. Ketamine and anesthesia is used for depression and migraine, and fentanyl is for pain, and it is used less for less severe or chronic pain for individuals who are not opioid tolerant. So antipsychotics used for schizophrenia, bipolar, helps are used for sleep aid, behavioral system of dementia, obsessive compulsive disorders, post-traumatic stress syndrome, anxiety. Methylphenidate is attention deficit disorder, and in children it is used for attention deficit disorder. In adults, depression, autism spectrum disorder. Avastin, it's non-squamous, some non-small cell cancer, and it was used for wet age-related macular degeneration, colorectal cancer. Packaging clip that we get with the medicine is a leaflet containing information for the user who takes the medicine, which accompanies the medicinal product. Then is the pardon me, pharmacovigilance system. In general, a pharmacovigilance system is a system used by an organization to fulfill its all the legal tasks. Like every country have a different requirement for the marketing authorization holder. What different kind of requirements? So they have to have a system, uh, uh, so uh, a database so that they can monitor all the pharmacovigilance tasks. And so for legal task and responsibility in relation to the pharmacovigilance and designed to monitor the safety of authorized medicinal product and detect any change in their risk benefit balance. Uh, in Europe, there's also requirement of pharmacovigilance system master file. It's a description of the pharmacovigilance system used by the marketing authorization holder with respect to one or more authorized medicinal product. Then there is risk management system as a set of pharmacovigilance activities and intervention designed to, we all know medicines have a certain amount of risk and it can cause harm. So we have the whole purpose of it is to our pharmacovigilance is to minimize the potential of harm, that is risk. So we don't. So how do we have to have steps on how to take the medicines and when to give, so that the prevention or minimization of risk related to the medicinal product, including the assessment of the effectiveness of those activities and intervention. A summary of product characteristics is part of the marketing authorization of a medicinal product, setting out the agreed position of the product as distilled during the course of the assessment process. It is the basis of information for healthcare professionals on how to use the product safely and effectively. The package leaflet is drawn in accordance with the summary of product characteristics. So on this document, the packet on this basis, the packet leaflet which we discussed earlier was made. So we like to end our short session here. So please do visit our website for any diploma or webinar related queries. You can contact us on our email ID, and you can please do follow Fineness Institute of Clinical Research on Facebook and YouTube. And thank you for listening. Have a great day. Bye bye.